Hello, I'm Professor Richard Adams. I'm a professor of clinical trials, and I work within Cardiff University in the Centre for Trials Research, where I'm a director, but also as a clinician at Velindre Cancer Center in Cardiff also. The area I treat in terms of cancers are bowel cancers and lower gastrointestinal cancers. The research, however, that we do in the Centre for Trials Research in the university covers a large range of different diseases. The particular area I want to focus on today is the cancer portfolio. When I talk about portfolio, this is a range of the different trials that we run in patients, both across the UK and internationally, in which we're trying to answer questions that are relevant to patients today and are aiming to improve care for those patients in the future. Providing evidence tells us the best way forward. Now, those trials do cover a full range of diseases, but for the purposes of today, I'm going to mention one. And that's because it also interrelates with the area that I treat, i.e. bowel cancer. So that trial is the PICCOS trial, and it's a trial that is about to open, and it will recruit patients with a variety of different cancers, but particularly in my area, it will treat patients with bowel cancers. And in this situation, it will be a study trying to look at improving the treatment for patients with bowel cancers that are spread into the lining of the abdomen, called peritoneum. Now, the study in particular is led by a couple of surgeons who are also based in Cardiff. And within this, we aim to use a tube that enters the abdomen in a form that's like keyhole surgery, you'll have heard of before, and sprays a higher dose of chemotherapy into the abdomen, trying to get greater control of the tumor that is sitting there. So that study will be a randomized study in which some patients receive the new intervention, the new chemotherapy spray, and others receive a standard chemotherapy, which is still a good treatment, but obviously we're trying to see whether this new approach enhances that treatment as well. Now, pleased within the Centre for Trials Research to work with people both locally across the UK and internationally to develop these types of trials to try and answer important questions for patients. To do this, we work with a whole team of people. And in the Centre for Trials Research, we are almost 180 individuals working to support research in cancer and other areas of need. The first thing we do is work with those teams outside of the centre and within to actually try and develop the best design for a trial, the best way of answering a specific question and what that question is. And then what we do is we develop an application that will seek funding for that trial. And then when we are successful with that, we then develop that trial and deliver that trial within often the National Health Service in the UK. And at the end of the trial, we assess or analyze the data, and from that, try and identify whether the new treatment is actually of benefit or not. And subsequent to that, we publish that and actually aim to change practice both within the UK and further afield. And trials like the PICCOS trial are exactly what we're aiming to do with that outcome. It's a pleasure to work with a team, a multidisciplinary team. It's a pleasure to work between clinical practice that I have the pleasure to do, and also within the centre itself. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of the other recordings from some of our team members talking about what they do, and each of their roles is key to the delivery of these practice-changing trials that help to improve the care of patients, both within the UK and internationally. So please do look out for them, and that will hopefully give you a greater understanding of how clinical trials work. Thank you.